ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. Here's money for thee. If I tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report. After 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
And there's for you. And there are all the people mad.
Come, sir, I'll hold you through your dagger of the house.
This I will tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
Come, sir, hold.
Nay, let him alone. I will go another way to work with him. I will have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up your arm. You are well fleshed. Come on.
I will be clear of thee.
Ooh.
What wouldst thou do now, if thou darest tempt me further? Put up thy sword.
What? What? Nay, I must have an answer to this man of her blood from you.
Hold, Toby, on thy life, I charge thee, hold!
Madam!
Will it ever be thus, ungracious wretch, fixed with the mountains of the barbarous Cades, where manners ne'er were preached? Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudely be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Beshrew his soul for me. He hath started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs this dream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Yet fancy still my sense in leafy steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come with me. But thou shalt be ruled by me, I prithee.
Madame, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be. Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and this beard. Make her believe thou art Sir Topaz the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby the whilst. Well, I'll put it on. And I will dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. Oh, keep up, it's old, but it's still true. I am not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. No, what does a girl have to do to get a compliment around here? Okay. But, to be said, an honest girl and a great housekeeper goes as fairly as to say a careful man and a great scholar. Ooh, the competitors enter.
Ah, Joe, bless thee, Master Parson.
Pronostiatus, Sir Toby, for as the old hermit of Prague, who never saw pen and ink, any whistle, he said, to a niece of King Gorboduc, that is, so I being Mistress Parson, Mistress Parson, for what is that? But that, and is, but is.
To her, Sir Topaz.
What ho, I say? Peace in this prison?
Ah, the knave counterfeits well. A good knave.
Oh, sir, Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic. Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady. Out! Hyperbolical feet! How vexest thou this woman? Talkest thou nothing
done?
But Sir Topaz, never was woman thus strong. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Ay, thou dishonest Satan, I call thee by the most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones which use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows, cannon, barricadoes, and the clerestories towards the south-north are as lustrous as ebony, and yet complainest thou of obstruction.
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Lunatic, thou errest. I say there is no darkness, but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
And I say to you that this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say never was woman once abused. I am as well in my wits as thou art. Make a trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our granddam might haply inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness, and thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, ere I will allow of thy wits. And fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou just possess the soul of thy granddam. Fare thee well.
Sir Topaz!
Oh, my most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for
Waters, thou mayest have done it without the gown and the beard. She sees thee not.
To her in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find her. I wish we were well rid of this knavery. If she may be conveniently delivered, I would that she were, for I am so far an offence with my niece that I cannot pursue this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey Robin, Jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Oh, my lady's a kind lady. Alas, why is she so? She loves another. Who calls?
Oh, good fool as ever thou wilt do well at my hand. Help me to a candle and some pen, ink, and paper. As I am a lady, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Mistress Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
That's miss, how fare you besides your 5 wits?
Never was woman thus abused. I am as well in my wits full as thou art.
It is well, then you are mad indeed, if you be as well in your wits as a fool.
They have here propertied me, kept me in darkness, sent ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to place me out of my wits.
Wise what you say, the minister is here. Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavour thyself to sleep and leave thy vain bibble babble.
But Topaz,
Maintain no words with her, good fool. Who I, sir? No, not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz. Marry, I will, sir. I will.
Fool! Fool, I say!
Alas, miss, be patient. What say you, miss? I am shent for speaking with you.
Fool! Help! To some light and some people! I'm as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, miss.
By this hand, I am. Good fool, help me to some ink and paper and light, and convey what I will send down to my lady. It will advantage thee more than ever bearing a letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you mad indeed? Or do you but counterfeit?
Truly, sir, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe a lunatic till I see her brains.
I will fetch you pen and paper and ink.
I'll requite it in the highest degree. I'm bringing thee God.
This is the air. And that is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave to me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where is Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, and yet there he was, and there I did find his credit that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance and all discourse that I am prepared to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason to persuade me to any other sense but that I am mad. Else, the lady is mad. But if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, give and take back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth and discreet and stable bearing, as I perceive she does. There is something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me, and with this holy man unto the chantry by. There before him, and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whilst you are willing it shall come to note what time we will our celebration keep, according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heavens so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see her letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything?
Do not desire to see this letter.
That is to give a dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
Belong thee to the Lady Olivia, friend?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How art thou, my good lady?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes, and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friend.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, my friends raise me and make an ass of me. Now my friends tell me plainly I am an ass, so that by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused.
Boy, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel?
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
I'll be so much a sinner as a double dealer. There's another.
Primo secondo tertio is a good tripping measure, and as the old saying is, the third pays for all, and as the bells of St. Bennet, sir, may put you in mind. 1, 2, 3...
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you tell your lady I am here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, that may awaken my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go now, sir. But I would not have you think my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. But, as you say, let your bounty take a nap. I will awake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that is rescuing. That face of his I do remember well. A bawbling vessel when he catched it off, with shallow draught and fulcrum crucible, with which such skillful grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our ship, that very envy and tongue of loss cried fame and honour on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate, ashamed and state, in private brabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir. Drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas for distraction.
Notable pirate, thy salt-water thief! What foolish boldness has brought you to their mercies? In what terms so bloody and so dear is sought thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate. Though I confess on basin ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A breath past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink. Denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we give company.
Here comes the Countess, now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth has tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promises.
Madam, a gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario, good my lord?
My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What to perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings, had breathed out that ear devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please my lord, it shall become him.
Or should I not, had I the heart to do it? Like to the Egyptian thief at point of death. Kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savours nobly. But hear me this. Since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and since I partly know the instrument which screws me from my true place in your favour, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tended dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt and willing, to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than ever I shall love wife. If I do feign, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my life.
I be detested. How I am beguiled.
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father. Come away. Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay. Husband? Aye. Can he that deny? Her husband, sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, then thou art as great as that thou fearest. Oh, welcome, father. Father, by thy reverence I charge thee here to unfold, though lately we had kept in darkness, what occasion now reveals before 'tis right, that thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function and by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me toward my grave I've travelled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, what will thine be when time has cast a grizzle on thy face? Farewell, and take her that direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth shall never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear, hold little faith, for thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon, send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
Has broke my head across, and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help. I had rather than £40 I were at home.
Who has made this havoc with you?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario.
Odds lifelings, there he is. You broke my head for nothing, and that I did, I was set on to it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bestake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you set nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby, halting. You shall hear more, but if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
How now, fellow? How is it with you?
I saw one. Has hurt me, and there's the end of it. Sot, did thou see Dick Surgeon, Sot?
Oh, he's drunk. Sir Toby, an hour agone, his eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue and a passy measures payment. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with them. Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will thou help a bastard, a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull?
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows that we made each other so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit and two persona. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature of being here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countrymen? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalon. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So when he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should let tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
And so did mine.
and died that day when Viola from her birth numbered 13 years.
Oh, that day is lively in my soul. He did indeed finish his mortal act on the day that made my sister 13 years.
Nothing less to make us both happy. But this, my masculine usurped tire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of time, place, fortune do appear and jump that I am Viola. Which to confirm, I'll bring thee to a captain in this town, where lie my maiden wheels, by whose gentle help I was preserved. Serve this noble town. All the occurrences of my fortune since have been between this lady and this woman.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook, but nature in her bias drew in that. You were contracted to a maid, and you are not therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed to both a maid and...
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, as the glass seems true, I will take share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou shalt not love a woman like to me. And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearing keep as true a soul as doth the orbed continent, the fire that severs day and night. Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds. The captain that did bring me first on shore, my babe garment, he, upon some action, is now in durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentlewoman and follower of my lady.
She shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I do remember me. They say, poor lady, she's much distract. The most extracting frenzy of mine own remembrance hath clearly banished hers. How does she, sirrah?
Truly, madam, she holds Beelzebub at stave's end as well as any in her case may do. Has here is a letter. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a lunatic's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open to read it.
Look then to be well edified as the fool delivers the lunatic.
By the Lord, madam! How now? Art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow box.
Prithee, read of thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read it in her right wits is to read it thus. Therefore, bend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you do wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me in darkness, and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
Did she write this?
Aye, madam.
That savours not much of distraction.
See her delivered, Fabian. Bring her hither. My lord, so please you. These things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife. One day to crown the alliance on it, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done to him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and, since you have called me master for so long, you shall from this time be your master's mistress.
Sister, you are she.
Is this the lunatic?
Aye, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse this letter. You must not now say, deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can, in hand or phrase, and say 'tis not your seal, not your invention. You can do none of this. Well, grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honour, why you have given me such clear lights of favour, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby in the light of people. And having acted this in an obedient hope, why you have suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess, much like the character. But without question, 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me it was she first told me thou wast mad, then came since smiling, and in the forms presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content. This matter hath most shrewdly passed upon me, but when we know the authors and the grounds of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let not no quarrel nor no brawl to come take the condition of present hour which I have wondered at. In the hope it shall not, I most freely confess that myself and Sir Toby set the device against Malvolio here. Upon most uncourteous and stubborn part, we conceived against her. Mariah writ the letter at Sir Toby's utmost importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. And how with sportful malice it was followed, may pluck rather on laughter than revenge, if injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled me.
Why? Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one in this interlude, miss, one Sir Tobas, miss, but that's all one. My lord, oh, I am not mad, but do you remember, madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal and smile not? She's gagged, and thus the
whirligig of time brings in her revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you!
She has been most notoriously abused. Pursue her and entreat her to a peace. She has not told us of the captain yet. When this is known, and golden time commence, a solemn combination will be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Cesario, come. For as you shall be known as you are a man, but when in other garments you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When that I was as a little tiny girl with a hay, oh, the winds and the rain, the foolish thing was but so. Oh, the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate with a hay, oh, the wind and the rain, it slaves and thieves men shut their gates. For the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wife with a hay, oh, the wind and the rain,